You are still here to give you a brief introduction to what is the magical nitric oxide phone, but it is produced by our main ingredients more L-arginine, and there are also a variety of prescription packages and taurine. Medicine vitamin C 5th floor broadcast twitch vitamin B flavonoids to eat gold. This rich bond is beaten mainly to produce a higher concentration of carbon oxide in our vascular endothelial cells. Then the human body needs to change. This theory is eye-catching from more than 20 years ago. In 1998, 3 medical doctors discovered what they all received, the highest honor in the medical field, the Nobel Prize in Medicine. Their papers clearly showed that high blood pressure and stroke can be prevented in our blood vessels because it can lowering our blood pressure can also prevent cardiovascular diseases, heart disease, and coronary artery sclerosis. It can also relieve ulcers on the body's skin, including Alzheimer's disease or Alzheimer's disease. Well-known drugs can also combat some of them. The human body has the power to specifically produce this magical carbon monoxide. In many of our textbooks, including one of the Nobel Prize winners called Dilate, he has written many books about it and I have shown it. Carbon has effectively allowed us to have such a miraculous effect in our bodies for 30 years. Let me give you a little understanding of this gas in our blood vessels. It has a really good effect in fighting a lot of inflammation or microbial invasion. It can also relax the muscles of our blood vessels, allowing our blood pressure to drop slightly. It can even prevent many problems, reduce the risk of coronary heart disease and stroke, increase our brain's memory, and solve many sexual dysfunctions and solve the problem of abnormal insulin secretion. The first one is to prevent the occurrence of diabetes. So in summary, it softens the early hardening of our human beings. The second one is to remove the garbage in the blood vessels, making it difficult for the blood to return to normal circulation. Especially our wechat exchange prevents the occurrence of blood vessel thrombosis, which allows us to many patients with 3 highs can control it on a regular basis. Then why does the amount of carbon monoxide in our bodies gradually become insufficient? Let me briefly explain to you the amount of nitric oxide in the blood vessels of ordinary people after the age of 20. Do you know that after we are close to 60 years old, the concentration of makeup required is only around 15 when we are in our 20s, so it is said that the human body is getting worse, and the ability to paint is slowly increasing with age. Most of the vascular-related disease viruses are related to oxidation potential, which means that it relieves many problems related to vascular aging. Then I recommend the carbon oxide part. We also compare the 3 highs of the following 6 major groups. As middle-aged and elderly people grow older, their bodies have a lot of physical deficiencies, poor circulation, and smoking and alcohol abuse can cause hardening of the arteries. Is it necessary to take a large amount of supplements? In addition to work stress, the nutritional supplements that the body receives are very limited, so you also need to forget about it. More supplements of this raw material of nitric oxide may also produce hands. Is there any group of people who do not exercise that are particularly prone to have 3 high carriages, which is the risk of heart disease and stroke? I must supplement everything in this place. Is my mobile phone available day and night? The upside down groups all belong to the 3 high-risk groups, which is an important group, so I would like to report to you this magical thing that changes the importance of our body. Our blood vessel cleaning team is a group that we know how to maintain. Superior here. Thank you for the big report here.